Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kodash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai the name of the Messiah, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Okay? Double honors to my teachers, the elders, apostles, and bishop of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Salutation to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel, pushing forth the word, whether people hear or forbear, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their abilities. So I'm coming through through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to produce this lesson. Lord willing, this will be edifying. So I'll start off with Ephesians 2:8, which reads, "For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of the Most High, not of works, lest any man should boast." Okay, so we have to understand that it's the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that we're in this position, that He gave us this truth, that He gave us the gift of faith, the gift to actually believe and to get closer unto Him. Okay, and not of works, lest any man should boast. But that's not to say that we make void the law, as it says in Romans 3 and 31. Do we then make void the law through faith? The Most High forbid. Yeah, we establish the law, as it says in James 2 and 17. Even so, faith, if it had not works, is dead, being alone. Yet a man say, Thou hast faith, and I have works. Shew me thy faith without thy works, and I will shew thee my faith by my works. Okay? The fact that we keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our abilities is just another testament of our faith. Okay? It's a testament that yes, we acknowledge that Yahweh Hashem is coming back. It's just a shadow of things to come. Okay? Because we know that in this flesh, we cannot keep the law, statutes, and commandments to a T, to 100%. Okay? But we can try. Okay? That's what separates us from the rest of the world. At least we're trying. Right? And not only the laws that are pleasing unto us. We're not taking the only thing that sounds good unto us. We're eating the whole roll and trying to and living according to it to the best of our abilities, the whole book. Of course, you're not going to be able to keep the law of fabrics, about wearing different fabrics. We're in captivity. You don't know how, what material your shirt is made, your hoodie is made, your pants are made, all sorts of madness. We're in the wicked kingdom who doesn't have Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in mind, right? But like I said, that's what makes us different. That's what makes us holy compared to those other people, because holy really meaning separate. We're separate from these people because we fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay? And it says in James 2 and 19, as the next verse, "Thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well. The devils also, and tremble. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead." And that's just a cut to those Christians, right? Those Christians, the other people that believe that the laws are done away with, right? Because faith without works is dead. So you have to keep the commandments, even if we know that it's not by the commandments that we'll be saved, right? Salakia. We know that keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is just another testament. Just another way to prove that we fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Salakia. Bear with me. Salakia. So it says here in Matthew 11 and 25, "At that time Yahweh answered and said, I thank thee, O Lord. I thank thee, O Father, O Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes." Because we are babes in this truth, man. The Lord said, for you to come into the Father, you have to come as a newborn babe. You have to reject everything that you learned in the world, and you have to relearn, readjust. A babe is humble. For you to obtain this truth, you have to come under the umbrella of men that have learned this truth. Okay. And one thing that just a side note, today I was talking to my supervisor and another colleague at work, and they saw that I was studying on my Hebrew. I was trying to break down, I was listening to one of the elders' videos pertaining to how Yahweh Shai is the name of the Messiah. And then in the video, he went into the Hebrew. He went into the blue letter Bible, and he went into the Hebrew, right, to break down the name. And my supervisor saw that, and he tells me, "Oh, Jr, you study in Hebrew?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man. In a sense, you have to know the Hebrew to actually understand. You have to go back to the Hebrew to actually understand the proper meanings of things, the proper meaning of words, right? Because if not, when there's two translations, some words were changed, which messes up the meaning of the sentence. Okay, like as in, let's say when it says virgin pertaining to Mary in Matthew's 1, it really means a woman that's betrothed unto a man. Okay, not the sense that is it's, not the sense that it's that she hasn't laid with a man, but more that she's past the flower of her age, and she's betrothed unto a man. Okay, that's two different meanings. But the fact that in the English they took the virgin as if she was a woman that hasn't laid with a man. Okay, so that messes up the whole, and that brings forth idolatry. That brings forth idolatry, because now people worship Mary as if she was a so-called virgin. They worship her for the so-called virgin birth, which really, if you have understanding, you see, if you have understanding, you know that Yahweh Shai comes from the seed of David, and seed meaning sperm, right? So David, being from the line of David, he was the father. He was the biological father of Yahushua. Okay, and it tells you, and Solomon tells us, I believe in Wisdom of Solomon or in Ecclesiastes, it tells us that every man comes through a woman. There's no man that hasn't come through a woman, right? I think yeah, there's no every man have the same birth. Every man has the same coming into the world. They have to come through a woman, right? They have to be conceived by the seed of a man through a woman and brought into the world. Okay, so back to my story. So I was breaking down things. I was trying to keep it surface level. I didn't try to tell them too much. I don't want to bug people out at work, and right now, because at work I'm Clark Kent. I don't want to pull out and tell them, yo, I'm actually Superman. I want to do that, but it's just in the sense, I don't want to boast. I don't want to boast in my knowledge or anything, because I'm just a mere servant of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Like I said, faith is a gift, right? So it's all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that I have this knowledge, and that it even led me to find the elders and apostles and the men on down from Great Millstone, that I may be able to learn these things, man, right? Because now it says that I'll give you a mouth that no man may gainsay, right? So now I have these two, my supervisor and my coworker. They're very old in age compared to me. They're very older than me. They're, and then in a sense, and we're having this conversation, and I'm hearing them talk, and I know they have holes in their doctrines. Even if even the other guy, who was, I believe, a Benjaminite, he knew about Esau. He knew about prophecy. He was saying that the microchip was in those pills. The MOTB. He was saying the MOTB was in the pills. I was trying to tell him, no, man. The MOTB is gonna be it's a microchip. It has to be a microchip that the people are gonna have to accept. All right. No one is gonna have to be. There's no one's gonna be forced, like without their own will, to accept the mark of the beast. It's gonna have to be accepted willingly. All right. These people are gonna have to bow down to the system. Right. You know, because that's the way it has to be, man. There's gonna be a choice. The people, those that serve Yahweh Hashem Yahshua and serve him, they won't take the MOTB even unto death. And that's how we're gonna know the people that are there. That's how we're gonna know the separation between those that fear the Lord and those that don't. All right. And again, just to say that we had a good conversation about this and that, but they don't really know, man. Even the fact that the Most High is racist, they don't really understand that. And you're breaking it down. There's a time and place for everything. I was trying to move with wisdom. I was trying to tell them a little bit so they can acknowledge that I know some. But not too much to scare them away. So not too much that I would lose my job. And some people, they become your enemy when you start telling them the truth. You know. But at the end of the day, man, this guy had a doctrine of peace and love. We're all brothers, this and that. There's no hate, but the Lord hates, man. You have to realize that Israel has enemies, all right? And that's what people don't understand. They come to the surface level. Okay, yeah, we all come from Adam, but even if we come all from Adam, we still have enemies. We don't have all the same families. We're not all Israelites, and we don't all fear Yahweh Hashem Shai. Okay, and those that do not fear Yahweh Hashem Shai, they have to die, man. And ultimately, if you don't fear Yahweh Hashem Shai, and you're not trying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, if you're not a part of this doctrine, you're an enemy. Because it said, he that gathereth not with me, scatter it abroad. He that is not with me is against me. It's Yahweh Shai that said that. And we have to have that mentality. Right? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you know. Because if you have a little leaven, you have, it messes up the whole concept. Right? As it says in 1 Corinthians 5:3, purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, that refreshed, right? Do not conform to this world, but be renewed in your mind by the transformation of your mind. Right? Roughly paraphrasing, I believe in Roman 12:2. If someone could get it, post it on the comment board. As ye are unleavened, for even Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Therefore let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. Okay, so we have to be truthful when we preach the word, man. All right? And to do this, it tells us in second Timothy 2:15, study to shew thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the words of truth. All right? Because there's a proper way to do this. There is a doctrine. It tells us as we are united, joined together, perfectly joined together unto Yahweh Shai, unto Hamashiach, speak all the same things. Okay, be all in one mind, speak all the same thing. Okay, that's what's gonna separate us from the world. We all have the same doctrine. We all saying the same thing. The truth doesn't have to change. The truth is already perfect. Right? This doctrine is perfect. It's 100% truth. We do not need to change it. Right? We have 100% truth to attain salvation. Right? You see? So study to shew thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman needed not to be ashamed. Because these people that have 99% truth, that 1% is what's gonna get them killed. You have to have 100% truth, man. See, some people they can break down this and that, but during the Passover, they're in the club, with strippers, man. You see, you got some people saying that the MOTB is sleeping with white women. You're following that person, man. He's gonna lead you on to death, right? Okay, and the fact that something so simple, all you have to do, and the problem is, most of these people, they don't want to humble themselves, right? It says that the Lord said that I resist the proud, I resist the proud. If you're proud, you're not gonna get this knowledge. There's gonna be a block, right? The Lord is not going to deal with you because He knows your spirit. Deep down, you don't want to humble yourself unto the teachers, right? Because the Lord, even as Paul said, follow ye me as I have followed Yahweh Shai. Paul didn't just wake up and say, okay, I'm Paul. Everyone follow me. I'm the guy. Because Yahweh Shai died. Yahweh Shai was in the spirit realm. Now he's saying, he didn't tell the people, I'm the guy you have to follow. No, he said, follow me as I follow Yahweh Shai. That being said, it tells us, let me see. Let's go into 1 Corinthians 1 and 19, and it reads, for as it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise and bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Had not the Most High made foolishness the wisdom of this world? So we're going to come to a point where we'll understand, man. The wisdom of this world is foolishness. Yeah, how come? How so? because the wisdom of this world cannot obtain salvation. You can have as many diplomas, masters, back. You can have as much back as you want, bachelor degrees, as much as you want, but that's not going to get you into heaven. That's not going to get you to the gates of heaven, man. That's going to get you destroyed, because instead of taking your time and hearkening and seeking Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you're seeking a diploma. You're putting your faith in this world, in this system, rather than putting your faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And that's not to say that it's bad if you're going to school. It's bad if you have a diploma. No, okay. But first things comes first. You have to put things in priority, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai comes first in everything, man. There's nothing more important than seeking Him. David himself said that I would rather be a doorman in your kingdom, than to live 1,000 years. I'd rather be a doorman in your kingdom for a day than to be alive 1,000 years. You see, that's how glorious it is, man. You see, and that really means that he'd rather be doing the work. He'd rather be serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushai in the time that he has on this earth, and we have to be in the same mentality. Okay, because the knowledge of this world is foolishness. Okay. And it tells us, in verse 21, for after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High, and it pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believed. Okay, why foolishness? Because we look different to the world, man. Right? We out here with garments in the highways and byways, telling people to repent. Right? To them, it's foolish. Right? They're telling us, yo, get a job. Yo, the bum camp. We're the bum camp. Yeah, but so what? When Yahushua sent the disciples to go seek John, and Yahushua said, "Who are you waiting for?" The princes, they live in palaces, man. John is the meekest man. That's why he was the greatest man that came out of a woman, because he was so humble. You see, he was so meek. He wasn't seeking the things of this world. He was seeking for the things to come, man. John was also a good example of a man on a mission, right? And this is what we want to be. We're men on missions. We're men and women on a mission to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and we have to finish. A characteristic of the elect is that we finish the work, right? We want to build the house of the Most High, which is our temple, the spiritual temple, and we want to finish it, man. Getting all the pieces together, and we're gonna finish, right? We're gonna finish our part, man. Okay. And that's why it tells us in Matthew 10:6, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Okay, because we are those lost sheep. Okay, as it says in Peter 4:3, for the time past of our lives may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, reveling, banqueting, and abominable idolatry, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them in the same excess of rites, speaking evil of you. You see, and that's another thing. Blessed are ye when people are going to put your name as evil for the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because great is your reward in heaven in that day, man. You see, the fact that you separate yourself, again, that's what it means to be holy. Separate. You're separating yourself from what is, enabling you from getting to the Father. And like I said, the list of lasciviousness, lust, excessive wine, reveling, banqueting, and abominable idolatry. That's the lust of the world, man. Right? And when we were considered Gentiles, when we were walking in the lust of the Gentiles, walking in the will of the Gentiles, we were all about that, man. Women chasing the bag, me. We're in that mentality of just advancing ourselves in the world, But when you come in this truth, it's greater than this, man. So it's about the next person too. It's about we're all a family. It's about the body of Hamashiach. You have to take away that selfish mentality and have a community mentality, the community of the body of Hamashiach. Okay. And again, that's just the same, man. We are the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. Because at one point we thought we were niggas, we thought we were Mexicans, we thought we were Native Indians. But really, once we found the truth and it resonated with our spirit, we came to the conclusion that we are the people of the Bible. And after that, step by step, we trimmed our way. We changed ourselves. Okay. to conform to the law, statutes, and commandments, to conform ourselves to the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because we knew that this was the truth. We knew that it was best to walk in this, man. Right? We knew that there was nothing else, right, that mattered in this world, man. It tells us if you do not even hate your own life, you cannot be a disciple of Hamashiach, man. You know, how many people are in the churches you think that read that precept, man? You see? Yo, man, come on, man. These people are they have the Bible, but it's just gathering dust. They don't read it, and even if they read it, they don't read it with understanding. Okay, so that's why Yahushua said in Matthew 11:25. I'll read it again. At that time, Yahushua answered and said, "I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed it unto babes." Babes, you have to think about it. Babes are weak, are frail. And that's why he categorizes Jacob as a worm, okay? Because in this kingdom, we have no power, we have no say. You know, when there's G20 meetings, the meetings of the wicked, you know, when the Rothschilds have meetings, you know, the DuPonts in them, okay, the high elite of this wicked world, when they have meetings, Jacob's not there. It's Edom and the confederacy of the enemies, which in Psalms 83, those are the people that are there. Jake isn't there, man. We have no power, we have no say here, man. Okay, we don't own anything in this place, man. You see, everything here is temporary. Okay, but and then the Lord said, "I have hid these things from the wise and the prudent." Okay, to in this world, to be wise, you need a diploma. If you haven't been to those university, I like to call them Hogwarts. If you haven't been to those witchcraft industries, witchcraft schools, all right, your point of view isn't valid. Even the knowledge that you bring forth isn't valid. You see, when a poor open his mouth, they're quick to cast them down. You see, if you fall, they'll laugh at you, they'll mock you. You see. But when Bill Gates opens his mouth and says that the world is overpopulated, they all agreed. And with one consent, they say, yeah, he's right. You know? These people are foolish, man. Okay? So it tells us in Matthew 10:7, Isaiah, go preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise ye the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Okay, that's the difference. How many people had to go into debt? They had to go into the debt financially to get an education in this world, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you see the love that he gives? It's like, you see the love that he gives? Freely have ye received, freely give. And that's the same love that we have to share, man. You know, someone gives you $20. Someone gives you $20 and tells you go feed your neighbor. With that, go feed your neighbor. You see, but you use it and you use it and you go and buy drugs. You go and buy a gram of weed. You see, that's hatred, man. You know, the Lord gave you $20 so you can feed yourself and the next person, but you're using it so you can keep it for yourself. That's the same thing as hiding your talent. You know, you have to use this knowledge. Once you have this knowledge, you have to go forth and preach it, man. If you're a real man of the Lord, the fire that's gonna be built up, the word which is a fire that's gonna be built up in you, it's not gonna be able to stay. You will have to preach this word, man. You will have to comfort with this world, man. With this word, right? You're gonna have, at one point, your spirit is gonna conflict you, man. If you're not in the highways and byways, man, it's really an escape. It's really for us to let this fire out, man. Okay? Freely, man. Because when we're in the highways and byways, we're not asking for money, man. We're not asking nobody for anything, man. All we want is for the elect, the hopeful elect, to stop by and listen. Okay? We want people to repent and turn back to our power. Because it tells us that if all Israel were to turn to the east and pray and call upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and ask him to be delivered and ask him for deliverance, he'd be here immediately. Right? But because 2/3 of our people are sellouts and they love darkness, that's not gonna happen. Okay? You see? But it tells us in John 4:23, but the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. For the Most High, Salakia, Salakia. For the Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in the spirit, in spirit and in truth. All right, that again, that goes into the truth, meaning you have to have the proper doctrine. Yahweh Shai is the doctrine. He is the embodiment of the gospel. Right, he comes in the volume of the book. Right, you have to rightly divide the words of truth. Okay, and no lie is of the truth. Okay, no lie is of the truth. That's why you cannot have 99.9% of truth. You have to have 100% truth. Whatever this doctrine, you need to have this doctrine when you go out in the highways and byways, or unless Salakia. Because if you do not have this doctrine, it's going to be woe unto you, death and destruction. Right? Not only for you, but for those that hearken unto you. You see, you must have 100% truth. Okay, and again, I think Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, for it's not of ourselves. Okay, for he has revealed it unto us, man. He made it known unto us, man. Yo, this is the way. See that voice in the wind that tells us this is the way, walk in it. That's what happened when we found that truth, man. Even some people, they believed right away. Some people had to go home and study and make sure that what these people were saying is the truth. Some people took a year. Some people took 2 months. It's all through the spirit, everything through the will of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. But if he revealed it unto you, and you fervently believe, and you're doing the work, and you're trying your best to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, you're going outside preaching this word. If you're a woman, you're being into subjection to your husband, doing what is expected of you as a woman, as a virtuous woman, as it says in Proverbs, I believe 30 or 31. You are doing what is expected of you. You see, you're playing your role. Everyone has a role to play. If you're doing what you have to do, you shouldn't fear wrong, man. You see, do what you have to do. Do your job and expect well from Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Expect him to deliver his promise, because as it says, make every man a liar, but the Most High true. Let the Most High be true and every man a liar. Okay. So the Most High, Yahweh Shai is coming. He's on his way to deliver his people. You have to believe that, right? That's what he revealed unto babes, right? To get us right, right? To get us right, not with pride, but with meekness, desiring the sincere milk, desiring the sincere milk of the truth. Right? We start off with the basics, and then we get built up, until we can digest the meat. And at that point, once you're able to digest the meat, it's probably time for you to go in the highways and byways and preach this word, man. Right? Everyone has a job to do, man. This house, this spiritual house, the tabernacle of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, the spiritual house of David has to be built, and we're almost at the end, man. As I like to say, we're finishing we're almost at we're building up the roof, right? The foundation has been set. This doctrine is here. The doctrine of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai is set. The foundation is there. Right? And now at this point, man, we're at the roof, man. We're just waiting couple more prophecies, and we're out of here, man. We're waiting for the MOTB. We're waiting for sedition. We're waiting for Isaiah 4:1. A lot of brothers are waiting for the Isaiah 4:1, man. You see? We're waiting for Yahweh, the World War III, and we're waiting for Yahweh Shai to step up, man. To deliver us. You see? So soon, man. We're almost out of here. I know I did a lot of rambling, but Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, man. Alright? Tawara Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Kal halaylam Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai B'Hashem HaKodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders, apostles, and bishop of GMS, Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Salutation to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel, pushing forth the word whether people hear or forbear, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their abilities. We're almost out of here, man. Soon. Kwam Yasha'Allah, DT Abababa, and Kwam Yasha'Allah. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Alright? Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord that He revealed, that He has written, that He has hid this knowledge from the wise and prudent, but has revealed it unto babes. Alright? Shalom, shalom, shalom. Soon.